Chapter 9 Jeremiah and the clay jar. The Lord said, Jeremiah, go to the pottery shop and buy a clay jar. Then take along some of the city officials and leading priests and go to Hinnom Valley, just outside the Patched gate. Tell the people that I have said, I am the Lord all-powerful, the God of Israel, and you kings of Judah and you people of Jerusalem had better pay attention. I am going to bring so much trouble on this valley that everyone who hears about it will be shocked. The people of Judah stopped worshipping me and made this valley into a place of worship for Baal and other gods that have never helped them or their ancestors or their kings. And they have committed murder here, burning their young, innocent children as sacrifices to Baal. I have never even thought of telling you to do that, so watch out. Someday this place will no longer be called Topheth or Hinnom Valley. It will be called Slaughter Valley. You people of Judah and Jerusalem may have big plans, but here in this valley I'll ruin those plans. I'll let your enemies kill you, and I'll tell the birds and wild animals to eat your dead bodies. I will turn Jerusalem into a pile of rubble, and every passerby will be shocked and horrified and will make insulting remarks. And while your enemies are trying to break through, your city wars to kill you, the food supply will run out. You will become so hungry that you will eat the flesh of your friends and even of your own children. Jeremiah, as soon as you have said this, smash the jar while the people are watching. Then tell them that I have also said, I am the Lord all-powerful, and I warn you that I will shatter Judah and Jerusalem just like this jar that is broken beyond repair. You will bury your dead here in Topheth, but so many of you will die that there won't be enough room. I will make Jerusalem as unclean as Topheth by filling the city with your dead bodies. I will do this because you and your kings have gone up to the roofs of your houses and burnt incense to the stars in the sky, as though they were gods, and you have given sacrifices of wine to foreign gods. Jeremiah speaks in the temple courtyard. I went to Topheth, where I told the people what the Lord had said. Then I went to the temple courtyard and shouted to the people, Listen, everyone, some time ago, the Lord all-powerful, the God of Israel, warned you that he would bring disaster on Jerusalem and all nearby villages. But you were stubborn and refused to listen. Now the Lord is going to bring the disaster he promised. Chapter 20 Pashur arrests Jeremiah. Pashur, son of Immer, was a priest and the chief of temple security. He heard what I had said, and so he hit me. Then he had me arrested and put in chains at the Benjamin gate in the Lord's temple. The next day, when Pashur let me go free, I told him that the Lord had said, No longer will I call you Pashur. Instead, I will call you afraid of everything. You will be afraid, and you will bring fear to your friends as well. You will see enemies kill them in battle. Then I will make the king of Babylonia take everyone in Judah prisoner, killing some and dragging the rest away to Babylonia. He will clean out the royal treasury and take everything else of value from Jerusalem. Pashur, you are guilty of telling lies and claiming they were messages from me. That's why I will make the Babylonians take you, your family, and your friends as prisoners to Babylonia, where you will all die and be buried. Jeremiah complains to the Lord, You tricked me, Lord, and I was really fooled. You are stronger than I am, and you have defeated me. People never stop sneering and insulting me. You have let me announce only destruction and death. Your message has brought me nothing but insults and trouble. Sometimes I tell myself not to think about you, Lord, or even mention your name, but your message burns in my heart and bones, and I cannot keep silent. I heard the crowds whisper, "Everyone is afraid." Now's our chance to accuse Jeremiah. All of my so-called friends are not just waiting for me to make a mistake. They say, "Perhaps Jeremiah can be tricked. Then we can overpower him and get even at last." But you, Lord, are a mighty soldier standing at my side. Those troublemakers will fall down and fail, terribly embarrassed, forever ashamed. Lord, all powerful, you test those who do right, and you know every heart and mind. I have told you my complaints, so let me watch you take revenge on my enemies. I sing praises to you, Lord. You rescue the oppressed from the wicked. Put a curse on the day I was born. Don't bless my mother. Put a curse on the man who told my father, "Good news, you have a son." May that man be like the towns you destroyed without pity. Let him hear shouts of alarm in the morning and battle cries at midday. He deserves to die for not killing me before I was born. Then my mother's body would have been my grave. Why did I have to be born? Was it just to suffer and die in shame? Chapter 21. The Lord will fight against Jerusalem. King Zedekiah of Judah sent for Pashur, son of Malchiah, and for a priest named Zephaniah, son of Maaseiah. Then he told them, "Talk with Jeremiah for me." So they came to me and said, "King Nebuchadnezzar of Babylonia has attacked Judah. Please ask the Lord to work miracles for our people, as he has done in the past, so that Nebuchadnezzar will leave us alone." I told them that the Lord God of Israel had told me to say to King Zedekiah, "The Babylonians have surrounded Jerusalem and want to kill you and your people. You are asking me to save you, but you haven't made me furious. So I will stretch out my mighty arm and fight against you myself. Your army is using spears and swords to fight the Babylonians, but I will make your own weapons turn and attack you. I will send a horrible disease to kill many of the people and animals in Jerusalem, and there will be nothing left to eat. Finally, I will let King Nebuchadnezzar and his army fight their way to the center of Jerusalem and capture everyone who is left alive, including you and your officials. But Nebuchadnezzar won't be kind or show any mercy. He will have you killed. I, the Lord, have spoken. Then I told them that the Lord had said, "People of Jerusalem, I, the Lord, give you the choice of life or death." The Babylonian army had surrounded Jerusalem, so if you want to live, you must go out and surrender to them. But if you want to die because of hunger, disease, or war, then stay here in the city. I have decided not to rescue Jerusalem. Instead, I am going to let the king of Babylonia burn it to the ground. I, the Lord, have spoken. The Lord warns the king of Judah. The Lord said, "Pay attention, you who belong to the royal family. Each new day, make sure that justice is done and rescue those who are being robbed, or else my anger will flame up like a fire that never goes out. Jerusalem, from your mountaintop you look out over the valleys and think you are safe. But I, the Lord, am angry, and I will punish you as you deserve. I'll set your palace on fire, and everything around you will go up in smoke." Chapter 22. The Lord will punish the king of Judah. The Lord sent me to the palace of the king of Judah to speak to the king, his officials, and everyone else who was there. The Lord told me to say, "I am the Lord, so pay attention. You have been allowing people to cheat, rob, and take advantage of widows. orphans, and foreigners who live here. Innocent people have become victims of violence, and some of them have even been killed. But now I command you to do what is right and see that justice is done. Rescue everyone who has suffered from injustice. If you obey me, the kings from David's family will continue to rule Judah from this palace. They and their officials will ride in and out on their horses or in their chariots. But if you ignore me, I promise in my own name that this palace will lie in ruins. Listen to what I think about it. The palace of Judah's king is as glorious as Gilead or Lebanon's highest peaks, but it will be as empty as a ghost town when I'm through with it. I'll send troops to tear it apart, and its beautiful cedar beams will be used for firewood. People from different nations will pass by and ask, why did the Lord do this to such a great city as Jerusalem? Others will answer, it's because the people worshipped foreign gods and broke the agreement that the Lord their God had made with them. King Jehoahaz, the Lord said, King Josiah is dead, so don't cry for him. Instead, cry for his son, King Jehoahaz, dragged off to another country, never to return. Jehoahaz became king of Judah after his father King Josiah died, but Jehoahaz was taken as a prisoner to a foreign country. Now I, the Lord, promise that he will die there without ever seeing his own land again. King Jehoiakim, the Lord told me to say, King Jehoiakim, you are doomed. You built a palace with large rooms upstairs. You put in big windows and used cedar paneling and red paint, but you were unfair and forced the builders to work without pay. More cedar in your palace doesn't make you a better king than your father Josiah. He always did right. He gave justice to the poor and was honest. That's what it means to truly know me. So he lived a comfortable life and always had enough to eat and drink. But all you think about is how to cheat or abuse or murder some innocent victim. Jehoiakim, no one will cry at your funeral. They won't turn to each other and ask, why did our great king have to die? You will be given a burial fit for a donkey. Your body will be dragged outside the city gates and tossed in the dust. I, the Lord, have spoken. King Jehoiachin and the people of Jerusalem. The Lord told me to say, people of Jerusalem, the nations you trusted, have been crushed. Go to Lebanon and weep. Cry in the land of Bashan and in Moab. When times were good, I warned you, but you ignored me, just as you have done since Israel was young. Now you will be disgraced because of your sins. Your leaders will be swept away by the wind, and the nations you trusted will be captured and dragged to a foreign country. Those who live in the palace paneled with cedar will groan with pain like women giving birth. King Jehoiachin, son of Jehoiakim, even if you were the ring I wear as the sign of my royal power, I would still pull you from my finger. I would hand you over to the enemy you fear, to King Nebuchadnezzar and his army, who want to kill you. You and your mother were born in Judah, but I will throw both of you into a foreign country where you will die, longing to return home. Jehoiachin, you are unwanted like a broken clay pot. So you and your children will be thrown into a country you know nothing about. Land of Judah, I am the Lord. Now listen to what I say. Erase the names of Jehoiachin's children from the royal records. He is a complete failure, and so none of them will ever be king. I, the Lord, have spoken.